You're stumbling through the ice of the frozen north, searching for a missing ship, the White Wave. But the storms are unceasing, the cold biting, and the visibility poor. But hark, is that a raven? Surely not. A raven in this frozen tundra? But there it is. What omens does it foretell? And what horrors await in this frigid, forsaken landscape? And that brings me to today's Mod of the Day. For today, we're showcasing the Search for the White Wave by Melchior Dahrk, a unique quest adventure mod that'll see you joining a crew in search of a missing scientific expedition. It all begins when you meet an investigator from the Imperial Navy down at the docks in Dagenfell, a fellow named Devos Artarian. And it's worth taking a moment to note that this mod does use AI-generated greetings for the NPCs here. And just real quick, I'll let Devos introduce himself.
Don't stand
Anytime.
about.
Hello there. I am Devos Artarian of the Imperial Navy. Would you like to join my crew?
Devos has been sent by the Imperial Navy to investigate the disappearance of the White Wave, a scientific expedition that was sent into the far north of the Sea of Ghosts. He'll invite you aboard the Silver Lark, a slim new vessel that you'll find in the ever-oh-so-crowded harbour of Dagenfell, where you'll be given a handful of supplies before you begin your expedition into the Arctic cold in search for this missing ship. But
do not touch the supplies.
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. I was looking at the supplies. I wasn't going to take them. But, anyway, hold on a minute. It's that raven again. Well, that's a bit ominous. I don't care for all these ominous portents. But, anyway, you'll make landfall in due time on an icy shelf, where the mast of the White Wave is just barely visible through the never-ending storm all around you.
We must make our way across the ice and search for any survivors.
You'll have to make your way to the ship, escorting Devos and fighting through a handful of ice spirits before you can make it to this ice-bound hull of the White Wave. As you approach, the ship's forlorn hull looks empty. No crew can be seen anywhere, only more of those ominous and foreboding ravens. Why does it feel like I'm being led into a trap here? Going inside, you'll discover a grisly fate, for the crew has been... Oh, sorry, Devos. Do you want to take this one?
What horror is this? They're not just dead, but murdered.
Yes, exactly. The crew has been brutally murdered. Their corpses left in mangled heaps throughout the hold. You'll have to investigate the ship, checking every room for clues to try and uncover what happened here, and where, if anywhere, the murderer might be. Now, while this is just a very atmospheric quest, it's also a pretty short one. So I'm going to just, to try and avoid showing off too much of the quest here. Suffice to say, though, this is a very unique quest mod, made all the more impressive for being built in a mere 48 hours as part of the 2023 Winter Modjam. In fact, this mod came in first place in that competition, wowing judges who gave the Search for the White Wave the Best Mystery Award, Best Quest Award, and Best Exploration Award. Well-deserved praise for just a truly unique and atmospheric experience. Real quick though, I will note that this mod uses an interior world space. So for those wondering, yes, it will have compatibility with just almost everything, even, I think, Morrowind. The only real major concern for conflicts is the ship in the Dagenfell harbour. But the ship only appears for the first part of the quest and, then disappears later. So that's not a huge concern for conflicts. But anyway, this is just a truly amazing and atmospheric quest mod, and one that's just well worth checking out for yourself. But that's just our mod of the day. So, as always, I've been your host, Golf Guy. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, happy modding, and I'll see you all next time.